Well, very good morning, everybody, for Sunday, the 3rd of April, 2022. Yes, I'm back at last out of COVID jail, back on the job and ready for a busy day. High pressure is out in the Atlantic and it's been building over the last 24 hours. And today is unfortunately the last hurrah we're going to get with it. It's bringing at the moment with it a northerly flow across where we are, but lightening off all the time and probably by the end of the day starting to go round to more of a westerly. As we go through tomorrow, warm front comes through and it gets a bit frontal. So make the most of today, guys, because it's going to be a good one. The winds, as I say, coming from that sort of northerly direction, as you can see up near Birmingham, 310, down over the channel, slightly from the northeast. So give or take, that will mean northerly at Lasham. Satellite picture over the UK shows relatively good conditions, no fog, mist or any significant weather to affect. Bit of low-level clouds just sort of north of Birmingham up in towards sort of Sheffield area, but I don't think that's likely to be the best area today anyway. We're probably looking a bit like yesterday, more to the south of us. But yeah, nice start, no top cover or anything like that. Public forecast is showing bright starts, probably a bit like yesterday, going a bit more overdeveloped. I don't rule out the chance of a shower, but I'm hoping the risk is going to be slightly lower than it was yesterday. It did look a little bit of a pain by about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. Good visibility and a top temperature today of around 7 degrees, looking at that, with the wind backing eventually to become 5 knots from the north or west. But yeah, a lot lighter than it has been in previous days. The temperature forecast on here, maybe we might see 8 or 9 degrees if we're lucky on the other forecast, and dew points down to around -2. Freezing level today, probably not much above 3,000 feet, I'd imagine. Currently, we have about freezing on the airfields, and it's Cavoke. Farnborough predicting few clouds at 4,000 feet with a northwesterly wind. Just have a look round just to see what other people say. Gatwick's saying very similar and becoming a bit more westerly as day goes on. They're not really showing too much chance of showers. So yeah, hopefully very isolated if that does pop up. Just look a bit further north of us into the Midlands, and yeah, very similar. So not a bad forecast for today. Potential flight distance today for a standard class glider looks something like that. So once again, being a northerly wind, good on the south coast, hopefully. Isle of Wight might even be possible again. I don't know if anybody turned the Isle of Wight yesterday. I think somebody from Southdown did, but always a bit of an adventure going over there. But reasonable, sort of up towards Oxford, but once you start getting much more north from that, it starts to sort of be a little bit more tricky. And the risk again today of some overdevelopments, which is why on the public forecast you can see it goes that a little bit more shaded cloud on here. Let's see how the day progresses. Let's start at around 9 o'clock so 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock, not quite going by then. Blue. Sort of shallow queue by around 11 o'clock, cloud base of around 3,000 feet. By, let's check this is the right day, yeah, let's check that. By around lunchtime, 1 o'clock, we're looking at cloud base here at around 4,000 feet, maybe peaking 4.5, maybe 5,000. Along the south coast, looking like we may get 5,500 just to the near Lydd or Eastbourne. Relatively good. Notice lower cloud bases up towards Oxford. It doesn't really get much above sort of 4,000 feet or so. Okay, potentially out towards the west, but I think yeah, your best area is once again down towards the south. Let's see how it progresses, and as we go through the day, by about 5 o'clock, still going, starting to reduce. By 6 o'clock, you'll want to be back. So. A relatively good window for this time of year. And in terms of spread outs, I think Top Meteo may be underestimating it a little bit. You can see it gets a little bit spotty with cumulus in the middle of the afternoon. But this was also under predicting the showers yesterday. So yeah, don't be surprised. I'm hoping I'm being a little bit pessimistic with that, but don't be surprised if there is some areas of spread out. Site forecast, looking here. We've, as you can see, northerly winds generally, and 2 to 3 knot climbs, stronger in the cores, and yeah, reasonable for most of the day. So yeah, I don't have any soundings for you, unfortunately. There's an issue with the sounding site for some reason, but you can sort of guess it's probably going to be a similar air mass to yesterday. Nice and soarable until it gets a little bit cloudier later. Let's see, NOTAM wise, I've filed a NOTAM for us because we're going to be busy today, so don't worry about 11. Paragliding, just to the south of the Bryce zone. Number 16 is probably paragliding as well, or something. Not equestrian event. That doesn't really need to be in our NOTAMs. Nothing of significance down here. Just remember, if you are going down towards Dover, just be careful if about all of these danger areas down to the southeast. I think they're always generally fairly low, but yeah, and yeah, just keep that in mind. No jet movements today. That's a nice thing. Operationally, we'll be runway 27. Trial lessons are going ahead. We've got a full day. Grid, please, if you are going cross country or if you want to avoid big queues on the north side grass. I've got 4 tugs, maybe even a 5th if we need. But yeah, grid there, please. And a reminder that we will need help on the grid, and that isn't just random people around the club. That's people at the back of the grid need to come forwards and help. The quicker we do that, the quicker we'll get you launched. It's better than tiring me out. So yeah, okay, excellent. Well, have a great day. See you on the airfield shortly. Bye for now.